dark in here. Maybe that's it. Maybe we need light. Maybe I need to take my shoes off because I always do my Facebook Lives without my flip-flops on because they make too much noise. So good morning, everybody. Let me, I know I'm a few minutes late, but let me get my Facebook up and running on my computer. So if you guys have any comments, hopefully I can see them. Good morning, Gail. Hopefully you're having a great morning on this October 1st. I can't even believe it's October. You know, the years just fly by. So good morning, Miss Tammy. I hope you're feeling okay. And good morning, Diana. Good to see you guys here. Today, we're going to be making a Christmas card. And today's video might be a smidge longer than normal. I made this card. We're crossing our fingers that I remember everything and that I did make you guys a graphic, and I will post that later today with all the sorts of measurements that we need to create this card. So we're going to be using the Sweet Little Stockings stamp set, which you can find in the holiday catalog, the mini holiday catalog. We're supposed to be calling it something, and you guys know me, I can't remember. And we're going to be using the banner year catalog. I mean, stamp set. Hello. This banner year stamp set is in the annual catalog. It is just a great all-around kind of winter, fall greetings. There's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween. There's even, you could stretch it out to Valentine's Day. And then you have all these cute little stamp sets. And they're little. I mean, they're this size, right? So there we go. Yes, this is the card we're going to be creating. We're going to start off with thick basic white. Been kind of on a trend lately using the thick basic white cardstock or our card base. So this is just the traditional 11 by 5.5, and I believe last week I gave you guys the wrong measurements because I went to go create the graphic for this week's, and hopefully you guys figured it out if you made my fun fold card from last week. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna missing one piece of cardstock. So we're gonna take a piece of your just cardstock that's gonna coordinate with this guy, with your card base. Because we're going to be layering these guys like so. And when I saw a sample of this card online, and it was ombre, and so it was kind of harvesty. So it was like Daffodil Delight, or So Saffron, Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, and then it kind of went into the oranges. I wanted to do Christmas, so we're going to mix it up a little bit. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay. So these guys, these strips of paper are 3 1/4 by 5. And we're going to, so you're going to place them just kind of the way that you want. There's going to be a little bit of space, but we're also going to be stamping a couple of them. So these top two I stamped. I'm gonna move this guy off to the side a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna bring in my ink. So this is real red. I just had sitting on the desk cherry cobbler, so I went with that. And this little candy cane comes from Sweet Little Stockings. Sometimes you just don't know what to do with these little guys. So we're just going to randomly do some stamping. And you could do a little bit here. I'm gonna flip this guy around. Just depends on how much white space you want. And you don't have to worry about the ends too much because this is a little bit wider than what we're actually gonna use. So there's that one. And then these little holly leaves. This is garden green, and I have soft succulent. That's what was sitting on my desk, so that's what I decided to use. And this guy we're just gonna rotate and stamp. Stamp like so. So what fun plans does everybody have for the weekend? It's supposed to be rainy here, so we'll see what's going to happen this weekend. And that is not all the stamping we're going to do. We are also going to take a piece of scrap paper, scrap cardstock, and we're going to stamp the sentiment. And good thing my desk is so close to where I film because I am forgetting stuff like crazy today. So we're going to take the Christmas greetings. Good morning. If you're just joining, welcome. We're going to take the Christmas greetings and in the cherry cobbler, and we're going to stamp it on our piece of basic white, like so. And then we're going to close the ink pad up just in case the cats decide to jump up here. So you can do it freehand or like just, we're going to be cutting this guy out. So you can just take your scissors and go around. I saw this online too, where you take a pencil and you just kind of lightly draw your lines as to where you want to go. Now, because I'm on camera, my line's a little shaky. But this way, supposedly, you get a more even cutting around your sentiment. So we're just gonna cut around this guy, and I'm gonna go pretty fast. And to do this, whoops, one of the tricks is here we're on a straight line, so you're moving your scissors, but when you're doing your corners, you're moving your paper and not your scissors. So we're going around, and you want to tend not to take your scissors off the paper, because then you're going to get a little bit of a jagged edge. But you're going, make sure you guys can see this. And this guy, I think I'm going to go a little bit closer to the sentiment, but you guys get the idea of we're just outlining the sentiment, and we're going to go around. Oops. I'm going to cut in a little bit closer because I don't want to see that pencil, or, I mean, pencil marks always erase, so that's the great thing about a pencil. long as your pencil has a good eraser. There you go. All right, so there's your greeting. So we've got that. We're gonna put that guy off to the side. We are, I already cut out, this is vellum, and I'm doing this myself. The cats don't help me with this. I don't know who we is. But I used Stitch So Sweetly. So here are the dies from there. And I used this one. This is the big guy. So we're gonna use this guy. We're also using a punch. I haven't used a punch in a while, so I wanted to show you guys a punch. This is I believe they call it Pine Tree. And a piece of crumb cake, and just a scrap. That's why I have a little post-it note on here, because it's not long enough for me to hold and put in the punch. So we're gonna do this guy, like so. I'm gonna put that guy off to the side. And now we're gonna deal with our strips of paper. So we're gonna take our Stampin' Seal and we're going to line them up. And I like to do work from the top and then the bottom and then work in. So you guys may see the top of my head here because, and you want to make sure that there's adhesive on all areas of your strips, because you're going to be, I don't know if you guys can see, ooh, there I saw glare. Can you see the adhesive? Because you're going to be cutting these guys up. And so you want to make sure that that each one has adhesive on it. Otherwise you're going to cut it and it's going to fall off. And we don't want that to happen now, do we? And then like so. And then we're just gonna work. So you could really use any color of background here. You could do the rainbow. I think that would be really cool. Rainbow. There we go. Yeah. And we're just eyeballing this, right? I did have, when I was doing the sample, I had it on the grid paper, and that was a little bit easier. Just because you're starting from a straight line down on the bottom. So if you don't have Stampin' Up's grid paper for your desk, you should get it because it's awesome. Oops. Okay. There we go. So if you guys are going to make this card, what color combination do you think you're going to make? Maybe ombre, Christmas, rainbow, blue. You guys know I love the color blue. You know, balmy blue, pool party, all the way down to night of navy. Oh my gosh. Now I want to do that. Maybe I'll just stay home today and craft. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut off these guys like so. So we're just going to trim them off like that. Oops. There we go. And when you do it in the ombre, it really looks like a paint swatch. And so I want to call this card the paint swatch card. You know, the paint swatches when you go to the big box stores and you trying to figure out what color white to paint the inside of your house. Who knew there's 5,000 different colors of white, right? Okay, let's see. All right. So there's this guy. Now, we're going to cut this strip of paper. So we're going to get our trimmer out, right? And I didn't have to go get it, so thumbs up for me. All right. So we're going to do 3 1/4. but one of them is not going to be 3 1/4. So we're going to do 3 1/4, like so. And then, yeah, am I doing this right? Yes, okay. Ooh, that'd be a bad day if I start cutting and it was wrong, huh? Like this. 3 1/4, like so. And obviously this one's a little bit easier to figure out which order they're going in, but if you want to make sure that they're, you know, you keep them in order. And then, oops, not 1 inch, 3 1/4. So we're gonna go like this, and then one of them is gonna be 5/8. So I have to do it up top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to find the 5/8 mark. 5/8 mark. Okay. So we're gonna cut it at 5/8, and you're gonna have a little strip left over, and you just want to put that off to the side because we're going to actually I did do that wrong. Okay, you know what I wanted to do is I wanted the middle one to be 5/8, so we're actually just gonna throw it in the middle like that. But on my sample, the middle one I cut at 5/8. It's just so you can get all of them on the front of your card. Okay, so we're gonna take our card base now, which we have folded in half, used our bone folder to score, get that nice crisp score. And we're just gonna put these guys on, make sure you can see. We're going to put them on like so. I can get the trimmer out of here. And they're gonna alternate just a little bit. So 1 high, 1 low, and so on. And again, I like to work from side to side and then work my way in the middle, right? Improvising. There's no mistakes. We can make it work. And really the candy cane, well, thank goodness this guy right here. Either way, the candy canes are random. Okay, so more seal adhesive going down the strip like so. And we're going to go up a little bit with this guy. We're gonna go down a little bit with this guy. Oops, a little crazy there. Not like that. Okay, we're going to, there's that guy. We're gonna do the middle one. That, remember, the middle one's 5/8. Oops. And that guy's gonna go up. Oops. I told you guys to go outside, outside, huh? Follow my own directions. Haha, attach little squares. That's so funny, Diana. I mean, you could attach all those little squares if you wanted, but the trimmer is your friend. I think if somebody were to ask me what is my most used paper crafting tool in my craft room, I would say my trimmer. I don't think I could live without a paper trimmer. What's your most loved tool in your craft room? Let me know. We'll discuss. Okay, there you go. So there is the front of your card, almost. So you have the piece of vellum. Hold on, I have to go get dimensionals. And my other adhesives. So here's my dimensionals. So I have to hide my dimensionals now. I used to have them just like in a Ziploc bag. sitting on the desk like in a little holder thing, and the cats have decided that they like them. So now the dimensionals have to go in the desk drawer so they don't run off with them, which is fun. It's fun. Okay, so we have this piece. I'm going to use this so you can see it. Trimmer and paper snips, right? I know, trimmer. I love the trimmer. We have this piece of vellum, and we have a crumb cake pine tree. Ooh, Stamparatus. I don't use the Stamparatus as much as I should. It sits behind me on my desk, and I should probably pull it out more. Not probably. I should pull it out more. Okay. We are going to put the tree in the middle of the vellum, and then we're going to take, you know what? I did not use dimensionals, but I'm going to use dimensionals here because I'm feeling crazy. Who's feeling crazy today? Let's use our dimensionals. We're going to put dimensionals, and we're going to hide them behind the tree. We're even going to put one on the little trunk of this tree, and you're not going to be able to see it. And we're going to put some, we're going to do two more because the vellum, the only way it's getting held down is with the dimensionals. So that way there's no adhesive that you see. But we also have the greeting that we are going to put across the tree. So with that, I think I use glue dots, but we're going to use snail. Not snail. We're going to use seal. Dimensionals, right? Just for you, Diana. Just for you. Woohoo! Okay. I had all my coffee today, guys, so watch out. And we're going to put this guy right across the tree onto the vellum. So I guess actually we could put more dimensionals on the label underneath your greeting, right? Like so. There we go. All right. So now we're going to peel all these guys off. We're going to put this on the front of the card, and then we're going to work on the inside. And if you remember, we have a little tiny strip of this lovely paint swatch, and we're going to use that for the inside. So let's put this on the front of the card down here like so. And then for right, for the inside, I took a piece of crumb cake and I made it a smidge smaller. So this is what, probably 3 3/4 by 5. And you could put it over here. I'm a symmetry kind of girl, so I like to go up top like so. So just a little bit of seal on the top. And you're going to cut, obviously you're going to trim some of this off. So, oops. There we go. Rub that adhesive right off with your fingers. We are going to, there we go, like so. And then we're going to trim that off. Yeah, we'll trim it off. And we're going to stamp the inside with cherry cobbler because that's what's on the desk. And we're going to take a stamp set from the Sweet Little Stockings right there, Sending Lots of Love. So I really debated, oops, there it is, on getting the stamp set, or this Sending Lots of, what is this called? Sweet Little Stockings. Like, I'm an animal person, obviously, but am I an animal person? But then I saw some samples. Of course, you see samples online, and you're like, okay, gotta have it. So here it is. And look at that little kitty. So adorable. Okay. So, Sending Lots of Love. But even if you're not an animal person, you know animal people. And the stamp set is just great. Even if you were to never use those animals, it's got presents, stockings, and awesome sentiments. Win-win, right? Okay, so then this guy is gonna go inside, and we are done with our card. There you go. So hopefully you guys will try to make, not try, hopefully you guys will make one of these cards and you guys post it. Let me see it. I would love to see your versions now that you know it's not gluing every single little piece of cardstock on there. Yeah, let me see what you guys are creating. I love it. Thank you guys for being here. It's a great way to start off a Friday. Having some paper crafting fun. And hopefully you guys are able to enjoy some today. Have a great weekend. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really, really, really appreciate you guys showing up and supporting the Facebook Lives. I really appreciate it. So thank you very, very much. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.